Namaste children. How are you all? Hope you all fine and safe at your home. So in today's science class, we are going to learn a new lesson, that is air, water and weather. Hope you all have knowledge about air, water and weather. Is it right? Yes. So today we are going to learn detail about it. Okay ma? Yes. First topic is weather and climate. So the weather of a place is how the atmosphere is at that place at the time. So atmosphere is nothing but the layer of air that covers the earth. So that is atmosphere. Okay. So this includes the temperature and wind. The climate of a place is what the weather is generally like in that place over the year. The weather and climate of any place depend on the sun. Okay children? Yes. So next topic is the role of the sun. So what is the role of the sun? ஸோ யூஸ்வலாக சன் இப்போ நம்ம கண்ட்ரியில் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும், மார்னிங்காக இருக்கும் போது அதர் கண்ட்ரீஸில் நைட்டாக இருக்கும். ஸோ திஸ் வாஸ் தி ரோல் ஆஃப் தி சன் இல்லையா? இது எல்லாருக்குமே நமக்கு தெரியும். இஸ் இட் ரைட் சில்ட்ரன்? எஸ். ஸோ த சன் சென்ட்ஸ் அவுட் எனர்ஜி இன் ஆல் டைரக்ஷன்ஸ். When the sun is directly overhead, the rays fall straight on the earth and so it is very hot. For example, in the morning and evening, the rays from the sun are slanting. So, it is cooler at those times. Okay? So, look at the picture. Observe the picture, ma. So, as you can see, the sun rays fall directly on some places. These places are hot throughout the year. But because the earth is like a ball and its surface is curved, the sun rays do not fall directly on other places. Okay, the rays are slanting. Places that receive slanting rays from the sun have cooler climate. So if the rays are slanting means the sun have cooler climate. Okay, is this clear ma? If the sun rays falls directly means the places will be very hot throughout the year. Is this clear? Yes. So look at this ma. So one side is morning and other side is night. So this was the role of the sun. Okay. So next is wind movement. So what is wind? So wind is nothing but air, right? So when it is very hot, air becomes lighter and moves up. Cool air rushes in to take its place. This movement of air causes winds to blow. So wind movement are two types, that are sea breeze and land breeze. Okay, first let's see what is sea breeze. In places near the sea, the air above the land becomes warm and rises during the day. Okay, so the places near the sea, the air above the land becomes warm and rises during the day. Water does not get hot easily. In sea breeze, water does not get hot easily. Okay, so the air above the sea is cooler. This cool air moves from over the sea to take the place of the warm air that rises over the land. So this causes the sea breeze. So this takes place during the morning or in the afternoon. Okay, so sea breeze takes place during morning or in the afternoon. Okay, so next, land breeze. So similarly, in the evening, the land becomes cooler. So usually we all know, in the evening time, the land becomes cooler, right? and the air above it is cool. But water does not become cool easily. So in sea breeze, water does not get hot easily, and in land breeze, water does not become cool easily. So see the difference, children. Okay, so the air above the sea is warmer than the air over the land. So this causes the land breeze. So this process takes place at night. So land breeze process takes place during night time. This is clear, children? Yes. So next topic is water. So you all know water is very important for our life. Is it right? Yes. So look at the image. Look at the earth. So around 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered by water. So see the blue color ma. So the blue color is water and the green color is land. Okay. So around 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered by water only. Okay. The amount of water on the earth stays the same. And you all know water exists in 3 states. That is solid, liquid and gas. Is it right, children? Yes. The state of the water depends on the temperature. So when there is large amount of water vapor in the air, we say that is humidity is high. So humidity is nothing but wet or moist air. Okay. So humidity is nothing but when the large amount of water vapor in the air means we call it humidity. Okay. So this can change very fast over a day and from place to place. Similarly, on very cold day, water can freeze to ice. Okay, children? In the same way, if there is a breeze, the water will evaporate faster. So the good example for 3 states is water cycle. So water cycle is a good example of how water moves between the 3 different states in nature. Okay, children, is this clear? Yes. So next topic is precipitation. Any form of water that falls to the earth is called precipitation. So there are different kinds of precipitation. So that is, rain is a liquid form of precipitation. When the water drops passes through very cold air, they may freeze to form small balls of ice called hail. These leads to hailstorm. Okay. And next, if the clouds are very cold, the water vapor condenses into soft, flat pieces of ice. So this is called snow flakes. So look at the image, children. So this is the snow flakes. This is how snow flakes will look like. Okay? Yes. So next, sometimes on cold days, the air near the ground is cold. If the humidity is also high, water vapor condenses on cold surface to form dew. So dew means, look at the image. These drops are called dew. Okay. And next, on some very cold night, the dew freezes to form frost. Frost is nothing but a form of ice. So look at the image. This is the frost. Frost is nothing but a form of ice. Okay. So next, in cold winters, water vapor condenses around dust particles just above the ground to form a fog. Thin fog is called mist. Fog and mist can cause precipitation. Okay, children? Is this clear? What is precipitation? Yes. So precipitation is nothing but any form of water that falls to the earth is called precipitation. Okay? Yes. So next topic is sources of water. Sources of water. So where we will get water, ma? From where and all we will get water? Yes, good. Well, rain, stream, river, tap, lake. So these are the places we will get water, right? So you all know water is very, very important for our life. So we should not waste the water. Is this right, children? Yes. You know that 3/4 of the earth is covered by water, but only a small amount of this water is available as fresh water, and we can take only a tiny part of this water for our use. So we use the water from rivers, streams, lakes, ponds, melting ice and underground sources. So seawater is salty and cannot be used. So யூஸ்வலாக சீ வாட்டர் எப்படிமா இருக்கும்? எஸ், அதை ட்ரிங்க் பண்ண முடியாது இல்லையா, சால்ட்டியாக இருக்கும். ஸோ சீ வாட்டர் இஸ் சால்ட்டி அண்ட் cannot be used, right? So the water available from other sources may contain pollutants that make the water unusable. Okay children? Yes. So next topic is water purification. So we all know how the water get polluted, right? So last class environment lesson we have seen water pollution. Is this right, children? So look at the image. What people are doing? People washing themselves as well as their clothes and animals in ponds, lakes and rivers. So we have to clean this water before we can use it, right? So water is purified in the city by water works before it is supplied to our homes. Is it right, children? So water is collected in reservoirs and pumped into pumping stations where it is clean. This process is called water purification. So water is collected in reservoirs. So reservoirs is nothing but நீர்த்தேக்கம். Okay. So there are some methods for water purification. Let's see that. So water is passed through big screens which remove all the floating dirt. So water is then sent to settling tanks where small solid dirt particles settle down. So clear water is pumped out from the top without disturbing the settled soil dirt. Okay. So next, dissolved solids are removed using activated charcoal. So we can remove dissolved solid from charcoal. A small amount of chlorine is added to the water to kill germs before the water is sent to our homes. So before water sending to our home means what they will do? They'll add some chlorine to water for purification. Okay. So these are the methods for purification. So look at this image. These are the water purification methods. Okay children? Yes. So next, water conservation. So water conservation is nothing but saving water. So we have to save water for our future. We should not waste water. Okay children? So in many parts of the world, people have to walk for kilometers to get clean water. So people are suffering for getting water, right? So for getting clean water, people have to walk for kilometers to get. So keep in mind that we should not waste water. So we should save the water. Okay ma? So we should not waste the clean water that we get. So we should conserve it. Okay. Some of the ways to save water are: do not leave the tap on for more time than needed. Always turn off the tap when it is not needed. Okay. Call an adult to fix leaking taps. Use the water used to wash vessels to water plants in the house. Next, use a bucket of water rather than a pipe to wash cars and bikes. Okay children, so these are the some of the ways for saving water. Okay, hope you have understood this lesson, right? So from this lesson we have learned the sun affects the weather and climate of a place, and the movement of air is due to unequal heating of the earth's surface by the sun, and the sun plays an important part in the water cycle. Then we have learned about 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered by water, but only a tiny part of this fresh water that we can use. And then we have seen there are many sources of water. Many of these are spoiled by pollution, and we have seen water has to be purified before we can use it. And last we have seen water is very important and we must take steps to conserve it. Is this right children? I hope you have understood this lesson. Am I right? Yes. So you will be receiving classwork PDF. Try to complete it. Okay ma? Thank you. Thank you children.